You can have incredible levels of strength, and yet skills can feel impossible. But why? Well, it's simply because you learn how to produce force, but not control force. Let me explain. When I was training weighted calisthenics, and specifically the dips, I got to 60 kilogram and I did them for 2 reps. At that time, I was 75 kilograms, so doing this was pretty impressive. And I thought that getting stronger in the dips should definitely help me out in my planche progress. I go back to training the planche thinking that I can now bypass doing a tuck planche. But funny enough, I was still stuck at doing tuck planche. And it felt like at this point, there's no hope for me to get to the straddle planche, let alone the full planche. And it didn't make sense because I was getting so much stronger, I can lift so much weight, so why is it that I cannot hold a planche? I was very confused until I discovered something which most people miss. Most people train output, but skills require control. If you're not unlocking skills easily, then you're definitely not training the right way for skills. And I'm not talking about like dedicating time for skill training and all that. I already spoke this in my previous videos, but I'm talking about learning how to control force. And so the big question now is, what are the mistakes which you're doing that is stopping you from learning how to control force and master skills faster? Well, let's get to it. Mistake number 1 is only training output. So think about this. When you train, let's say the dips, you're basically training your body to produce force so you can push yourself off. Or in the pull-ups, for instance, you're training your body how to produce force to pull your body up. If you think about it, we're learning how to produce force to go from point A to point B. But the real question is, are we able to control that movement? Because usually when it comes to strength training, we're going for more explosive reps and we're going for pretty heavy reps. And because of these explosive heavy reps, we tend to fail to control ourselves throughout the movement. And the results, you will fail to build force control and you're only building force output. Listen, you need to be able to hold the force, not just create it. And so what you can do to fix this biggest mistake is keep your strength training the same, except that you should add exercises where you learn to control throughout the movement. And there are 4 ways to do that. First is isometric movements. Isometric movements is basically holding a certain position for long. Think about the planks, or if we're training for the planche, it's the planche leans. But you don't have to do specific exercises for it. You can just add it to the exercise which you train most. Let's say you're doing pull-ups. You can try to hold chin over bar when you're going up for the pull-up. These isometric holds build incredible strength and it teaches your body to control the force that you're producing. Second way we can do it is by doing slower eccentrics. Eccentrics is basically the negative parts of the exercise. For example, in the pull-ups, an eccentric would be when you're going from the top of the bar all the way down. And this is where a lot of your strength is built. So if you learn how to control it, you're most likely building a powerful force control. And this is how I actually learned the handstand push-ups faster. It's by doing handstand push-up negatives and doing it very slow when I'm going from a handstand down into the handstand push-up. Third method we can use is pauses. For example, if you're doing the pull-up, you're gonna pull your chin over the bar, you're gonna hold it up, let's say for 2 or 3 seconds, and then you're gonna lower down. And you can combine this with the slower eccentric. So now you're building proper strength. And finally, we can use controlled tempo. This is simply just performing the exercise in a slow manner, not doing them fast, just slow enough to get high reps while maintaining control. Mistake number 2 is neglecting tendon strength. Most skills require insane strength in your tendons and joints in general. But the point is, we actually tend to neglect our tendons a lot. When we're usually training strength, we're focusing more on the muscle's performance, on the muscle strength. And you most probably know this, but muscles get stronger faster than tendons do. And so if muscles are getting strong at a faster rate than tendons, then your tendons are not going to catch up, which won't help you when you're learning skills. But actually, it gets even worse. You see, the reason why you tend to fail holding a certain skill for long is because your tendons aren't strong enough to endure that force. This is why I would try to get into a planche, and when I try to go for a more advanced variation like the straddle, I would immediately fall down. Why? Because my brain knows that my tendons are not strong enough to hold that position. But let me be a bit more specific. My tendons were strong enough because doing strength training will strengthen your tendons, but they couldn't endure that force for long enough. So if you never train your tendons to endure force for long enough, then forget holding statics like the planche or the levers, and even the handstands if you're a beginner. And so what was the solution which I found that helped me unlock the straddle planche and hold it for 3 seconds clean form? Well, I dedicated sets just for my tendons. You see, when you're training strength, most of the times you're going for a heavy weight, but lower reps. And if we do low reps, we're not really training our tendon capacity to hold force for long enough. And so what was that one thing I fixed? Actually, it was doing higher reps. Because if you do higher reps, let's say you do 12 reps, the whole set might take you between 45 to 60 seconds. And all of a sudden, you're putting your body under tension for so much longer. And now what you're doing is you're teaching your tendons how to tolerate more stress for longer. And this is exactly what you need when you're doing static skills, or even any other skills like the handstand push-ups. Mistake number 3 is not practicing skills properly. I want you to understand that strength doesn't automatically transfer into skills. And you probably already know that if you want to unlock skills, you need to train them specifically, because this is the best way to train your brain to get them. The problem is, we're usually doing another common mistake which everyone does, and that is training skills when you're fatigued. So if you did all the dips, all the pull-ups, and then you train the skill afterwards, you've already fried your nervous system. So getting those skills is going to be slower because your brain at this point is shut. And so the trick is to train the skills first thing in your session. But that's not just the only mistake, because when you talk about fatigue, it doesn't just have to come from your training. It can be from your mental fatigue. This can be because of bad sleep, bad nutrition, bad recovery, and even mental stress. These are all fatigue on your nervous system. And if you're not fixing these, you're going to struggle with unlocking skills. So when it comes to your calisthenics journey and your longevity, you need to look at the bigger picture. Sure, I can always give you tips in my videos and small subtle tricks you can use, but if you forget the basics or building a powerful lifestyle, then trust me, you're most likely gonna keep hitting plateaus over and over and over again. And this is what I love about calisthenics. It actually exposes you. It forces you to earn skills, to earn strength. It doesn't just happen too quickly. Now there's something I need to warn you from. Just because you train calisthenics often, or especially skills, it doesn't mean you will make progress fast. Because think about it, there are times where you dedicate at least an hour session every single day. You train the planche, you train the handstands, and after 1 month, you still notice that you're not improving. You've sweated, you've grinded, and the results are not really paying off. You keep shaking in the same positions. When you get to a planche, you're still shaking, or a handstand as well. And what starts happening is that you start building strength on top of dysfunction, because you're reinforcing bad patterns every time you grind. And this is the consequences which you will face forever if you don't have a powerful structure. The moment Dave got access to a powerful structure, he just unlocked the straddle planche in less than 30 days. Or Sam, who went from struggling to hold a handstand to unlocking the handstand push-up in less than 20 days. This is how easy it can be to unlock extremely difficult skills if you have a powerful structure and set of progressions which you follow. This is why I built my community. As a coach who's worked with hundreds of clients and helped them unlock incredible skills and levels of strength, I started understanding the patterns and understanding exactly the exercises needed to get the best skills in the fastest time. If you're really interested in getting the same results as these people, then check the link down below, and hopefully you'll be a part of the academy, and I'll be sharing your success story very soon. With that being said, thank you for watching this video, and if you still want to learn more about learning skills, you can click on this video right here. See you in the next one.